Kyle recognized Henderson, too. Brock Development had some business dealings with the Galleria.
Lancelot.
His face broke into a greasy smile. Mr. Henderson, perfect timing. My father is Richard Brock of Brock Development. I suspect this thief. He trailed off as Mr. Henderson's gaze fell on me. In the next second, Henderson's expression froze. His eyes widened. A sheen of sweat instantly beaded on his forehead, and his legs began to tremble. No one else in the room knew that this powerful general manager was nothing more than a mid-level employee in my family's vast commercial empire. He had been lucky enough to attend a company gala once, where he'd seen me from a distance, trailing behind my men. He wasn't even important enough to speak to me. Mr. Henderson stammered, the name Cole dying on his lips. I gave him a subtle, warning glance. Henderson was a smart man. He swallowed the words and spun around, slapping the security chief across the face. The crack echoed through the silence. Everyone stared completely stunned. You imbecile! Henderson roared, his whole body shaking with rage. This gentleman is our most honored guest. Who gave you the audacity to treat him with such disrespect? You want to lose your job? The security chief plus his chief utterly bewildered. Kyle and Tiffany were dumbstruck. They couldn't fathom why the mall's general manager would be so deferential to a delivery guy. Mr. Henderson, I think you're mistaken. He's just a DoorDasher. Kyle stammered. Henderson didn't even look at him. He turned back to me, about a full 90 degrees, and spoke in a trembling voice. Sir, I am so sorry. This is a failure of a manager. Please forgive us for the disturbance. I will handle this immediately. He straightened up, his eyes now chips of ice, and glared at Kyle. You said your wallet was stolen? Fine. Give me the security footage. Pull every angle from around this store for the last 5 minutes. I want to see exactly who dares to frame a guest in my mall. Less than 2 minutes later, a tablet with the footage appeared. The video was crystal clear. It showed Kyle while talking to me, slyly removing his own wallet and stuffing it into the soil on a large potted plant. The truth was out. Kyle's face went white as a sheet. Tiffany looked at him in disbelief. Falsely accusing a customer of disrupting the peace of this man, Henderson said, his voice low and menacing. The Galleria is not welcome people. As of this moment, you and Brock Development are blacklisted from this property. We will also be pursuing legal action. Kyle crumpled. Being blacklisted from the city's largest and most prestigious commercial center would be a dead knee. I cut him off, handing him the card Claire had given me. Run the card. The act had to be complete. I didn't want a minor incident like this to disrupt my peaceful slacker lifestyle. After paying, I took the box and walked out of the store, leaving a crowd as shocked and confused onlookers on. Sir, Henderson said, chasing after me. He lowered his voice. About what happened today. Keep it quiet, I said without believing. I'm just a delivery guy. Henderson stood frozen, watching as I hopped on my beat-up scooter and disappeared in the river of traffic, unable to process what he would never understand why the revered heir of the Cole Corporation would willingly choose to be a DoorDasher. Back in the jewelry store, Tiffany stared after me, a complex expression on her face. For the first time, she began to wonder if she had made the right choice all these years ago. This Ethan Cole was clearly not as simple as it seemed. Back at the house, I tossed the box to her. She opened it, glanced at the necklace without a change in expression, and offered a simple, "Your taste is happy." I didn't reply, collapsed onto the sofa, and pulled out my phone to scroll through TikTok. Not a single minute of prime, slacking time could be wasted. The living room was quiet, filled only with the sound of her turning the pages. The peace was shattered by Sharon's screeching voice. What? Brock Development stole the Cornerstone project? Claire, what kind of CEO are you? How could you lose something so important? I looked up. Sharon was on her phone, her face pale as she stormed over the phone. Claire stiffened. She put down her documents, took the phone, and after a brief, terse conversation, her own face wrinkled. I understand, she said, hanging up. She closed her eyes and leaned back against the sofa, massaging her temples. It was the first time I'd ever seen her look truly exhausted. Sharon was still ranting beside her. I told you this would happen. A woman has no business trying to run a company. Now look, it's all going down the drain. You're going to run your father's legacy into the ground. Her tirade took a sharp turn, and the blame landed squarely. This is all Ethan's fault. Ever since he stepped foot in this house, it's been one bad thing after another. He's a curse. Claire, listen to your mother. Divorce him and marry Chad. Once you're married, the Prescott will help you. Your failing company will be saved. I slouched deeper into the couch, pretending I couldn't hear it. They didn't know that the company that had just screwed over Claire was owned by the father of Sam, This was clearly the Brock's revenge. Claire ignored her mother's hysteria. Serious enough to make the unshakable Ice Queen lose control of her anxiety. The grandfather clock in the hall chimed 3 times. 3 in the morning. She had to leave. She was like a statue of pure exhaustion. I stood in the doorway, water glass in hand, and hesitated. According to our contract, the fate of her company had nothing to do with it. A part of me even wished it would go bankrupt sooner, so I could get my payout. But seeing her like that, the woman who was always so composed, so untouchable, looking as fragile and helpless as a lost kid, something inside me stirred. A feeling I didn't recognize. Trouble. I hated trouble. I went back to my room, closed the door, and pulled out a military-grade encrypted phone that only I could operate. I made the call. It was answered on the first ring. Young Master Cole. The voice on the other end was calm and respectful. It was the Cole family's longtime head of staff. Arthur, I said, look into a company for me. Brock Development. Of course, sir. One moment. I heard the quiet clicking of the keyboard. Less than 30 seconds later, Arthur was back. Here we are, Brock Development, a real estate firm, CEO Richard Brock. They recently acquired a cornerstone project from Sterling Innovations through illicit competitive practices. The company is currently leveraged at 70% with a dangerously unstable credit line propped up by several million dollars. We've also flagged multiple instances of tax evasion and corporate fraud. Sterling Innovations, Claire's company. Got it, I said simply. Sir, what are your orders? I thought of Claire's lonely silhouette. Started out. Sir, Arthur asked, a note of surprise in his voice. Yes, contact every bank they work with. I want all their loans called in by name. And forward the evidence of tax evasion to the appropriate federal agencies. When the sun comes up tomorrow, I don't want that company to. Understood, sir. I could hear a trace of excitement in Arthur's voice. It had been a long time since he'd heard an order like that. I hung up, tossed the phone aside, and fell back on the bed. Fine. Consider it in advance on my severance pay. I'd helped her this one time. When we were even, if her company ran into trouble with me, it wasn't my problem. I closed my eyes and was asleep in minutes. I had no idea that my casual decisions would trigger a Category 5 earthquake in the city's financial world the next day. The next morning, I was jolted awake by Sharon's shriek from downstairs. Oh my God, Brock Development went bankrupt. I shuffled downstairs, yawning, to find Sharon and Claire glued to the morning business report on TV. The news